Hi guys, so one of the best lessons in GIS is to learn to walk away from your project when you are hitting a wall repeatedly like we were last night. A fresh start in the morning has helped me identify a couple of the issues that you guys have run into, and I wanted to talk in particular about projections with you because that looks like that was one of the reoccurring issues that we saw in the lab last night. So I have put together a demo of the lab, and what I have done here is I have all of the data in geographic coordinates, so it is not projected. That's not the way it is supposed to be, but some of you may still be working with data that is unprojected. The way that you can tell it is unprojected is by looking in the lower right corner, and you will notice that you see decimal degrees as your units. So as I move my cursor over the map, we can see that our units are showing up as latitude and longitude. That's going to create some problems later on. The first sign that we're having a problem will be when we run the central feature tool. So I have run that here, and I came up with a warning. So when the central feature tool ran, instead of having my happy green check mark, I got a yellow warning sign, and it said, wait, warning, the input feature class does not appear to contain projected data. So that should be a good sign that we have some trouble ahead. So the thing is, you can fix this even at this point. So what you need to do to fix this is you need to define the projection of your data frame. So we go up to View, we go to Data Frame Properties, and notice that the data frame has been defined as geographic coordinates because that was what we first put into the project. I'm going to bring it up to projected coordinates and go to World, and then come down here to Mercator. So anytime we're dealing with distances or buffering over a very small scale, we want to have projected data. So it's going to say, this is a problem because the data sets that we have are not projected. Do you want to do it anyway? And you say yes, and it's going to give me a warning for every single one of the layers. Okay, so we can see that my data is still here, and it looks slightly different. I can fix the projection problem at this point by simply exporting each of my layers using the data frame properties. So I'm going to export it with the data frame, and then this way I can create my correct layer, which will help us later on when we're measuring distances. So I'm going to save that. Okay, I'm not going to add it to my map because after I project the IKEA layer and my states layer, I'm going to open up a new map project. Okay, so here we are in a fresh map project, and the very first thing I am going to do is set my data frame properties to projected, world, and Mercator. So notice now that my units are in meters. So when I go over and add my data, it's going to show up correctly. Okay, so here is everything in Mercator, and as we can see, when I mouse over, my units are in meters. So now when I run the near tool, my distance units will be in meters instead of in decimal degrees.